Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn histology today, Merocrine, Apocrine and Holocrine glands. And after we've done that, we're going to do Neckstretching. And if you participate in the Neckstretching, then it's at your own risk. And we're talking about internal anatomy. Okay, we're having an article called Functional Classification of Exocrine Glands, and there is three: the Apocrine, Merocrine and Holocrine gland I mentioned, and we try now to learn these three. The functional classification of exocrine glands. Now, what are glands? We don't really get it. Where are the endocrine glands? The endocrine glands are releasing, for example, hormones. They're doing the things inside the body, and the exocrine glands releasing things, secretes to the outside, for example, sweat. The functional classification of exocrine glands is based on whether a secretion is released by itself from the cell, or whether the secretion consists of entire or partial glandular cells themselves. Okay, they are classified into different functional glands, into these three: Merocrine, Apocrine, Holocrine. And that is based on whether they are releasing just the secrete, if they're releasing a part of it as the secrete, or if they're releasing themselves as the secrete. Merocrine glands simply form the secretory product, it releases it from the cell. They are forming the sweat, or I don't know if this cell is not the cell, but I would say, no, whatever. The merocrine glands, they are forming the secrete and releasing it, just like one of them. The secretory product is formed by ribosomes attached to RAF-ER, processed, sorted and packaged by the Golgi complex, and released from the cell in secretory vessels via exocytosis. Most exocrine glands of the body produce merocrine secretions. Examples of merocrine glands are the salivary glands and pancreas. So salivary is the cell in the mouth. No, whatever the pancreas knows. But I know where it is. I found it. I came across it. It's below the liver. Okay, merocrine glands, they are just producing the secrete and releasing it. Apocrine glands accumulate the secretory product at the apical surface. Do we just take the apical surface and we just start to use the word without really understanding it? Yeah. We know what it means, apical surface, but without knowing the word, apical surface of a secreting cell. So they accumulate their secrete at their apical surface. That portion of a cell pinches off from the rest of the cell to form secretion. Pinches off. What does it mean to pinch off? Whatever, it rips off and starts and goes traveling. Okay, apocrine glands, they're at the apical surface, where the secrete is accumulating, and then it splits off. The remaining part of a cell repairs itself and repeats the process, and then the cell is repeating over and over the process. Electron micrographic studies have called into question whether humans have apocrine glands. What were once, and I think the book is around 20 years old, I think. What were once thought to be apocrine glands, for example, mammary glands, are probably merocrine glands. Okay, but it's a question that who is different, but we don't have to say that they are just apocrine glands. The cells of holocrine glands accumulate a secretory product in their cytosol. As the secretory cell matures, it dies and becomes a secretory product. I don't know if cytosol is, but I would just say it is in the middle. Yeah, it's somewhere. Just inside of it. It's in the cytosol. As the secretory cell matures, it dies and becomes a secretory product. Figure 4.4c. 4.4c, holocrine secretion. Mature cell dies and becomes a product. Cell division replaces lost cell. I don't understand. Just short here. There, 4.4c. in its cytosol. Then it dies and becomes a secondary product. This lowered cell is replaced by a new cell. One example of Holocrine gland is the sebaceous, the oil gland of the skin. We want just to have these three. Merocrine glands, they are just producing the secondary product and when releasing it. They are the Apocrine glands, they are accumulating at the apical surface of the secondary product. Accumulate the secondary product at the apical surface, and when that part splits off, and then the cells just repeating the process over and over again. And we have the Holocrine glands, they are accumulating in the cytosol. They are accumulating the secondary product inside of them in the cytosol, and then they are dying and releasing themselves then the secondary product, and becomes the secondary product, and releasing themselves as a secondary product, and are becoming a secondary product, and then the whole cell is regenerated, is replaced by a new cell. Let's look a little more at the graph here. We have a purple thing, a purple thing, a purple thing, a purple thing, and these orange dots gets more. It is just from left to right, and when we have something green, and when we have little beds. I don't understand. But the other thing we have. Do we try it as a presentation? Let's just try it. I have the same camera which I will start now. Okay, and what is it? That is page 117. That is Tortora Grabowski 9th edition. Principles of Anatomy and Physiology. Okay, who's the author? Gerard J. Tortora and Sandra Reynolds Grabowski. To Tortora Grabowski, Principles of Anatomy and Physiology. To Gerard Tortora and Sandra Grabowski's, I want to say both names. Gerard Tortora, Gerard Tortora, Gerard J. Tortora, Gerard J. Tortora, Gerard J. Tortora, and Sandra Grabowski. Sandra Reynolds Grabowski. Sandra Grabowski. Gerard J. Tortora. Gerard Tortora and Sandra Grabowski. That's nice. Gerard Tortora and Sandra Grabowski's Principles of Anatomy and Physiology, page 160, 70. Now, we will have Merocrine, Gerard and Sandra. Merocrine glands and the Apocrine glands and the Holocrine glands. Merocrine, Apocrine, and Holocrine glands. Let's try it. Merocrine glands, they are just producing the secondary product and then releasing it. Apocrine glands, they are accumulating the secondary product at their cervical apical. What is it? The apical. It's the apical. Why is it the apical? Merocrine glands, they are just producing the secondary product and then releasing it. Apocrine glands, they are accumulating the secondary product at their apical surface, and when this apical surface splits off, and then that is repeated. And Holocrine glands, they are accumulating the secondary product inside of them in the cytosol. And then the whole cell dies and is released as the secondary product, and then the cell is replaced. That is according to Gerard Tortora and Sandra Grabowski's Principles of Anatomy and Physiology, page 117. I thought I would say that this is no medical advice, but this is no medical thing. Okay, we have it now. I'm going to stop the camera. Okay, we have a nice video to these three things. Merocrine, Apocrine, Holocrine, book. And that means we're done with histology. If you go here for histology, you can go directly to the next part of histology. We're going to do now the neck stretching. If you participate in the neck stretching, then it's better your own risk. We are starting with the hydrotalk. Legs wide apart, and we're breathing in and lifting the arms up, and we're reaching with the fingers as far away as we can. Breathe in and reach as far as we can. And again, down and reach as far as you can. Again, in and up. Reach as far as you can. And out and down. And now in front. Reach as far as you can with the fingertips. Up. Not just to the side, but also back. Reach as far as you can. Reach as far as you can in front and then around. High up. Reach with the fingertips. And reach back. And down. And now the buzzard. Have the feet standing together. The arms up to a T. And pretend to fly like a buzzard. And now on to the police officer. Feet are standing as we do. We're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And we're breathing out, opening the arms to the side. And out, we're opening it to the other side. Again, in the arms up. And out of the arms down. Now the feet again, shoulder width wide apart. And we're breathing in. We are torn up and having the shoulders back. And we're breathing out and we're bringing the head over to one side. Breathe again in. And out the head down to the clavicle. Breathe in, lift the gaze and turn it over to the other side. Breathe again in. And out, chin down to the clavicle. Breathe again in, lift the gaze. Turn it again over to the other side. Breathe again in. And now breathe halfway out, and then go in a circulatory movement over to the other side. Again in. And out, and in. Now the feet standing together. We're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And breathe out, lean back, recap in the morning. Again in the arms up. And out and leaning again back. Again the arms up. Bring hands to touch and lean back. Read in the wind. Again into the middle. And out and lean back. Again. And out, lean over to the other side with flow in the wind. Again. And out over to the other side. Again. And out and lean again back. Upper chest to the sky. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Over cross the arms and intertwine the fingers. So you try this screw. And breathe out, reach in front, out of the back. With dread. Again in and up. And out, lean again back. Again in, over cross the arms, intertwine the fingers. So you try the screw. Breathe out, reach in front, out of the back. Again in and up. And out of the arms down. Now we fly. Bring the palms together and the elbows together and reach the arms up as high as you can bring them with moderate effort. And again up. And another time up. Down. And now, intertwine the fingers behind the back. We're doing the cashew. We're breathing in, shoulders back. And out, head over to one side. And chin down to the clavicle. Breathe again in. And out and pull the hands down to the ground. Again in, lift the gaze. And turn the head over to the other side. Breathe again in. And out, chin down to the clavicle. Pull the arms down to the floor. Again in, lift the gaze. Turn the head back into the middle. And we're doing the sky hugger. The feet are standing together. We're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And breathe out, lean back with long arms. Again in. And out and leaning back. Again in. And out the arms down. Now the eagle's wings. Breathe in the arms up. And now it goes down. And then the other. Now the cactus collecting its stings, we fill the answer. And all the arms down. That was the next stretching. Well, thank you very much, and in the next time.